Hey, so mates, how we all doing today? It's your boy JJ here, and we're back with another reaction video today. So, we all love Rush Hour. I've seen them on my channel, but everyone loves Rush Hour. Rush Hour 1, 2, and 3, we all love them. But Cinema Sins over here, I don't know if you've ever seen them before, but they have Cinema Sins and Cinema Wins. This one is Cinema Sins. They critique the movie and pick out the flaws and bad points of it. And they've done it to Rush Hour. I don't know why, but I'm going to check it out, okay? And see why they think Rush Hour 1 is a bad movie, or what parts they think is bad of the movie. Let's get into it.
Movie opens on what seems like 30 minutes of dialogue-free, hot Chinese,
10 sins already, what?
Are moving, baby, and there were boats, and they're docked. What the is this rando shooting at? He wasn't on deck when all this went down between Lee and Sang, and he has no clue what's going on, let alone who he's shooting at. If the bad guys escape arrest, this asshole should be fired without a severance package for inappropriate discharge of his weapon. Holy it's blonde Miles from Lost.
Alright, maybe he's right there. Maybe, yeah. They've just got him coming out of nowhere. It's like, I shoot that man! Okay, I get you.
God damn, anything that doesn't involve Jackie Chan in the opening of this movie is as boring as the trade agreement scenes in The Phantom Menace. So
yeah,
the lead
that is
detective
kind of
led
true.
the raid on the ship, captured all the baddies, then showered and changed into a nice suit, then drove to wherever this is to whisper the good news by interrupting a state dinner? That's as impossible as it is ridiculous.
Okay. Can you stop pointing out these flaws? Okay, he's done good already. He's got into it. That is very true. Maybe it was that afternoon. I don't know why someone else didn't do it. It does make sense because they're both nighttime. I don't know. Shut up.
Capable promises. Lee didn't even know he was going to run into Soo Young. So does he just carry this around in his pocket, ready to give it to a special person at a moment's notice?
Keeps him safe. Nah, you can't judge that one.
Gangsters in 90s movies for his entire career. Also, Chris Tucker's excuse for being late was that he wanted to do this transfer of explosives in the back of the diner, which makes all the sense in the world, even though it was bullshit. Why are they doing this out in the front parking lot in front of God and everyone?
I'm gonna blow his head all over the
it makes no sense.
With that trigger discipline, I'm surprised you haven't already. So Chris Tucker allows 2 cops to get shot because he's trying not to blow his cover? What a terrible undercover officer. How did he ever even qualify for this kind of work?
It's a movie, man.
I'm sure Cobb is trying to disable the cop car here, but he does remember there's a ton of C4 in the trunk of his car, right? Man, the LA Chinese consulate looks an awful lot like a regular-ass LA mansion.
He's just a regular burglar bomb dude, though. They're all retards. If you get into that line of work, you're an idiot anyway.
No problem.
There's no sit there.
Rush hour.
First off, rush those credits. Also, is this trained assassin seriously closing his eyes as he shoots these fools? Is he scared of the recoil? Or is he trying to show off like Michael Jordan did for Dikembe Mutombo at the free throw line in 1991? Long before it was even accredited,
that's very true. That's a bit
attended the
stupid.
Prometheus School of Running Away from Things. Lamp.
Oh, piss off.
My people to help.
They want to see.
He's told no and the movie ends here, right? Do ambassadors get to make demands about American investigations?
He's already on the plane. I trust you will treat him with the same courtesy as you have shown me.
Okay, politically, dick move, bro. Also, asking forgiveness instead of permission.
You know, this is
that's all right.
work with you,
That's
man,
fine.
But you're the only
He needs what? That's
partner
okay.
without a partner.
Expositional chastising. Chastisation?
I don't know what that means.
Dangerous out there. It's safer for you to be right here behind the desk.
That's racist.
Well, it's a disgrace to me.
Philip Baker Hall's negotiation to be in this movie ended up being his appearance in this movie.
Sexist,
2
maybe?
officers were shot. 1 man lost a pinky.
You could show me only this clip and tell me it's a Bad Boys movie and I would believe you.
Yeah.
This is an FBI operation, and I don't need any help from the LAPD or some Chungking cop. You got it?
Why'd Warren go through all the subterfuge to make Carter feel important if he were just gonna drop this about how useless he is like a minute later?
Because he's gotta go to a different planet and went, fuck it.
East Asian music being played during Jackie Chan's scenes, but a gong sound when it cuts to him? It really is amazing that a director like Brett Ratner wouldn't have more cultural sensitivity to his characters.
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
Funny bit, even after all these years, but Carter already asked Lee twice if he spoke English, so this question is completely unnecessary.
And now, Mr.
making sure.
Rice-A-Roni-
Well, definitely racist the way he meant it, but Rice-A-Roni, as everyone knows, is the San Francisco tree. We're in LA right now.
I'll be right back. You might see one of your cousins walking around here. I'll be right back.
God, it's been a while since I saw this. Is the whole movie Chris Tucker being racist and we just laugh because it's not real racism? Tell you what, I'm just gonna add 20 cents for the casual racism and stop mentioning it. This is a long shot of the Hollywood
It's back in the
Walk of
old days,
Fame. I haven't
man.
seen
Who
one
cares?
sweaty cosplayer busking for tips. Well, thank God that cab was empty, right?
I like to let people talk
Yeah.
who like to talk.
Cabs empty sometimes.
It's easier to find out how full of they are.
Jeez, imagine what Lee would think if he sat through an entire CinemaSins video.
This is the United States of
Why are you
James
gonna think
Carter.
that?
They seriously named his character James Carter? Jimmy Carter? Putting a lit joint in your suit pocket.
Man, I know what you do, man. And the only reason
That's
why
bad.
I busted your ass because you my cousin.
Nepotism.
What's up, my?
Man, I'm kind of
Yeah.
angry they convinced Jackie Chan to say this for laughs. It played okay in 1998, but it doesn't hold up so much today, man. This is making me cringe. Look, I'm always down
is
for
pretty
Jackie
bad, I
Chan
guess.
versus
But it's
the
still
world
funny.
fight.
Who cares?
This dude that just threw him didn't hear the offensive language, right? He just saw Lee do what he needed to do to get out of a chokehold. So what's his beef? Jackie sinks the 8-ball prematurely here, which is bad luck. Oh no, the incompetent agents led by the incompetent agent in charge got blowed up because they didn't listen to Lee. This
Got
comes as
blowed
an
up.
absolute shock to anyone who's ever seen an action
Oh,
movie.
we should sit in for
Why
that.
do evildoers have to walk right out into the nearby open right after the evil is done? This makes as much sense as John Malkovich hanging out in a DC park
You gotta
dressed
make
as
sure
a
it happens, you know?
homeless guy after he calls Clint Eastwood in the line of fire. No one will be seated during the foot chase between two martial artists that is weirdly shot like it's part of Tim Burton's Batman. This would be so much better if they'd cast someone else in this villain role. Look, I love Ken Leung from Lost, and he's a very good actor. But seeing Jackie Chan battle his stunt double is a little disingenuous. It's not like Keanu Reeves wasn't fighting the actual Mark Dacascos in John Wick 3.
I don't care about him. I don't care about you. I care about the little girl. Give me the name.
This works. These two buttholes finally get some
Yeah,
actual
people have feelings.
intelligence about the kidnapping, and now they decide to stand around bonding over Edwin Starr instead of at least going into the restaurant to see what's going on. Carter says something about scoping the place out, and they're doing jack other than building a paper-thin rapport that's supposed to make us believe they're close for the rest of the movie. Well, at least they're having fun. Also, I guess Carter left the radio on and the keys in his Stingray while they dance their way down the street. Sure, sounds perfectly safe in central Los Angeles.
Take the money to the
Back in the day, should be right.
Chow restaurant in Chinatown.
So basically, they would have gotten the location.
Or
of
maybe
the
he
bad
tried
guys
back to get it,
anyway
you
if
never
they
saw it.
just waited for the call, right?
Some greasy shit. You ain't got no better food like some chicken wings, some baby back ribs, some fries or something?
Even the dumbest, rudest asshole in the universe wouldn't pull this bullshit on this poor bastard.
Your daddy was a policeman?
15 years LAPD.
My father was also a policeman.
And friendship.
My daddy once arrested 15 people in one night by himself.
My daddy arrested 25 by himself.
Letting a customer smell someone else's food before delivering it to the table.
Yeah,
在
that's
下
right.
面找真套。
If Carmine Falcone is going to be Tony Montana levels of paranoid, why not keep the view of the monitors accessible at all times? Especially on the night of the big drop-off after you've kidnapped a young child. I'm glad Lee
Yeah,
doesn't
no
drink
shit.
the poison tea, but regardless, look at that big-ass spot on that cup. It's obviously not clean and would have made him sick anyway.
What you and
Yeah,
Tyler?
boy, nobody do sick anyway.
Why y'all so quiet?
Carter is dense as all movie long, except for scenes like this where the movie wants him to be double dense as So Lee calls this guy around the corner who's carrying a tray of food. Then next we see it's Lee in the uniform with the tray of food completely intact. Now how do you assault and subdue a waiter and steal his uniform without the tray ever
Because he's
falling
Jackie
into
Chan,
food
man.
like
Don't
that?
ask questions.
It's
Just leave it
impossible.
alone.
Here's the problem. If they were just gonna off Carter without asking him any questions, why haven't they killed his ass already? And once Lee saw him go upstairs, what took him so long to get up there to help? God, there's so much wasted time in this sequence that I'm convinced Brett Ratner realized halfway through filming that he only had a 45-minute movie. Like that f***ing gun was gonna play any part in this action sequence. This is the opposite of Chekhov's gun. This is like Spock's gun.
Shut up.
Accidental ass kicking.
That was planned. That was
This
planned.
somehow happens.
Come on, this way.
Is there
Yeah,
a
that-
reason that,
I was
they're
looking
running
at it,
from
doesn't
the
make
feds
sense.
right now? Couldn't they use their help?
No hot leads.
I swear to Christ, these are the most incompetent FBI agents since the ones that guarded Frank
Oh.
Patangeli at the end of Godfather 2.
He
They haven't
peeks
done
at
jack
every
this
little
entire
thing.
movie unless
Like
Sam told them
everything.
to.
I was egotistic. I was
It's ruining my favorite
considerate,
movie.
I was self-centered.
He's also magic, considering there's no f***ing way this call is this clear while he's driving down the freeway in a convertible. What? His former partner, who hates him on the LAPD, is able to get him sneaky clearance on the tarmac at LAX as a baggage guy in a matter of minutes?
Yeah.
My advice to you
Yeah.
is
Sam, get rid of
pay
it.
the money.
Yeah, but you're a bad guy. Wait, do they not all know that yet? Holy shit. Once again, the FBI is just paying the hell up with no contingency plan. John Tao might as well pull a Dr. Evil and ask for $100 billion at this point.
Pretty much.
Show them a video of a nuke going off, then bada bing, bada boom, he's Scrooge McDuck. Yo, they know what Sang looks like, and he's got a very distinctive style. How is his picture not on every agent's radar right now, let alone the fact that he's in the building?
Have all the agents hold their positions.
All right, everybody, take care of holding your positions.
Hey, if there's one thing these agents know how to do, it's stand still and do absolutely nothing. So I think you guys are in good shape. The subtitles here say, titty, 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 get them titties out of here. And while that might be what Chris Tucker says here, it's still sinful even as regular-ass dialogue.
That's funny
In
as
one
fuck.
fell swoop,
It just makes it funny.
taken
That's
away
all.
from me.
I bet even actors who play villains get bored of monologuing their plans to the entire team of good guys at the end of the movie.
Don't move.
He threatens to blow up the ambassador's daughter if Lee moves, so why does Blondie think shaking an Uzi in his face is necessary? Do you ever get annoyed
'Cause
when you
he's
see
just
someone
crazy
smoking
in
a
the head.
cigarette when they're filling up their car with gas? I sure do. So imagine the rage you'd feel at this asshole who's currently horking down a Marlboro Red right next to 6 blocks of C4. So from what I understand, this is one old guy, a dude with an Uzi, and a couple other waiters versus around 20 trained federal agents. And the former is winning? She goes roses are red, violets are blue before
'cause
cutting
as
away.
we've seen,
Is
they're
she
retarded.
guessing? He fights these two guys for, like, forever, while no other good guys or bad guys notice or participate. Which is crazy because this is a huge open room. Yeah, about time we got to the point of some vintage Jackie Chan fighting, where he's not only beating ass, he's trying to save all the ancient art. This almost makes this movie watchable as hell, and deserves a send-off. That old bastard climbed all
Jesus,
that way
one
up the
sit-off.
super tall ladder while lugging the heavy-ass suitcase full of money. They both drop their guns to do
Yeah, I don't know why I
fisticuffs,
did it.
only then they both draw other guns to try and shoot the other guy. And my question is, if Carter was fine shooting this asshole, why didn't he just shoot him as soon as he saw him? Why go through the charade? Look at that tiny ladder tunnel. Juntao
Because it makes
Wilkinson does
cool
not have
effects.
the ability to carry that suitcase through this tunnel ladder unless he was doing it with his toes and climbing only on arm strength. God damn.
Oh, man, I'll be right back. I was just playing.
But why? It's not funny. You're literally risking his life for a joke that isn't funny to anyone watching, and definitely not to anyone inside the movie.
It's kind of funny. You watch
What
it.
happened to the detonator anyway? That sure did just disappear as soon as Carter drove in here, right? I know they didn't want to set off the bomb right next to them, but they could have blown up Lee when he was pursuing Juntao way up in the rafters, right? Many minutes of outtakes, but very few involved Jackie Chan. Stunts gone slightly wrong. That's the we stay for, damn it, not Chris Tucker flubbing his lines.
Nah, that's so it makes it perfect. The bloopers. 131 cents. I've seen a lot of cinema since, and in all, 131 is not too bad. He did have a few correct statements there, but half of them, bro, it's a movie. It's iconic Jackie Chan. The cops, you know, they gotta act stupid, otherwise the movie doesn't progress. But all in all, Rush Hour is still an amazing movie. Don't care what people say. Hope you enjoyed, ladies and gentlemen. I'll see you next one. Cheers, people.